released on October 14th, 2011, exactly 10 years ago to today, the day that I'm uploading this video. The iPhone 4S didn't introduce a whole lot new, but it did introduce but the things that it did introduce were pretty cool. So let's dig into what this phone was like. So first thing I'm going to talk about is the new features of this phone. What new features it had back in 2011. The iPhone 4S introduced Siri. I'll give you a sample of what she used to sound like. What is the weather like in New York, New York? Just taking a second. Just give her a minute. And she's not going to respond. But it also introduced an improved camera, so because it got a camera bump, because it previously used to be the iPhone 4 preceded before it had 5 megapixel rear camera that could record video, I think 480p or 780p. And I'll show you some shots that I was able to get with this phone. The design doesn't have a whole much to say about. In fact, it's very similar to the iPhone 13 Pros we see today because they have a stainless steel band, glass front and back. And yeah, it also has a similar new antenna design that fixed the antenna gate problem with the iPhone 4. And can easily be cracked, but it also stands up by itself, or at least sometimes will stand up by itself. Let me see if I can get this thing to stand again. And yeah, there it's finally standing again. So the design doesn't have a whole lot to say about it. Originally shipped with iOS 5.0 and got iOS 6, 7, 8, and 9 after that. It got no more updates beyond iOS 9.3.6 was released in 2019 as a security update to previous 9.3.5 that released in August 2016, right before iOS 10. On iOS 5 it is pretty fast, and on iOS 6 it's also pretty fast. On iOS 7 it's just sort of in between. On iOS 8 and 9 it's pretty slow. So yeah. 3.5-inch Retina display, which still looks pretty good to this day. You can just tell how good this looks on camera. And then the battery life on this and then the iPhone 4S also houses the Apple A5 processor. It was the first Apple device to get, it was actually the second the iPad 2 got beforehand. So yeah, but it's going to give you okay performance, but not the best performance. And then of course we get the screen. And then the battery life is also going to be pretty mediocre unless you replace the battery on it, because it is small and it's also 10 years old. So an iPhone 4S has probably been used plenty. The iPhone 4S worth it in 2021 to purchase, although they're worth about $15 to $30 most of the time. I would say probably not, just because you can get devices that are far more usable and far less slow with better performance for so cheap nowadays that it really wouldn't be worth it. You can buy cheap Android phones at Walmart, brand new at Walmart and stores like Walmart and Target. And on eBay you can get the iPhone SE1 for around $50, which is a pretty good deal because it still gets iOS 15, which is the current iOS. So yeah, I would not recommend this phone overall. Did you have the iPhone 4S when it was new? Although I didn't have the iPhone 4S when it was new, my father got this exact phone when it was new. And then he gave this to me, and it was his first iPhone, and then he gave this to me as my first ever iPhone also, a couple years later. So that was my first. Sorry, my dog is barking. So this is my first ever iPhone. So what are you guys' opinions on the 4S? Did you have one when it came out or anything like that? Please comment them down below. Also, so the one exception to me dedicating this whole month to videos about iPods only. So if you guys have any ideas for iPod videos, you can go ahead and comment them down below, please. This isn't intended to replace my Friday upload. It's just a little extra upload. And as always, peace out.